All right, we're here with Carmen. Carmen, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, thank you for being here. Carmen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
In Pomona.
Okay. Tell us about your childhood.
Well, um, it was kind of hard. It was hard. I didn't really have a childhood. I grew up too fast, so I can't really say like can't tell you anything about me being a baby or nothing like that. I just remember being three, and that's my. I had to grow up fast. I never like did child things. Like I was always bounced from foster home to foster home. Um, so I can't really. I just remember mainly from like four, like from the age of four till up. That's what I don't remember anything when I was little
So,
because I don't have parents. I was in the system.
at what age did you enter the system?
Three.
At three.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you entered the system? Like, obviously, I'm guessing your parents were not around. That's why you went into the system.
Yeah. Well, my dad was in jail.
Okay.
He got sentenced to like 27 years. And then my mom, well, she just left us. Like, she would take off for like weeks, I guess. And one day, I guess somebody called the children's services and picked us up. And we all got separated. It was me, my sister Maribel, and my sister Paula. We all got separated. Each of us went our own way. But then I remember, like maybe like 2 weeks later, I got in a foster home with my little sister, Paula. We were together, and my older sister, she ended up staying with the foster home she was at. We didn't see her for like a year, and mind you, she's like all we had. Like my older sister's like our mom. So while we were in the other foster home, while me and my little sister, we got literally treated very very bad in our first foster home. Um, a year later, my older sister came and she moved with us, and I thought it was gonna get better because she's my older sister, so she'd be watching us. But no, they were smart. Like the foster parents were very smart. They would put her in all types of things, so she would never be home. So it would just be me and my little sister. So that went on for I think maybe a good year until I finally told my older sister like what they were doing to us. So they moved us out of there, which was in Grand Terrace. That's my first foster home.
And so that's Inland Empire.
Yeah,
Okay.
we lived in. I know when we were with my mom, we were in LA County because we lived in LA.
Hmm.
But they moved us. They moved me and Paula to Grand Terrace, so that's where we lived at our first foster home. Then they moved us to Long Beach. Out of all my foster homes that I've ever been to, that was like the best. That's like we lived with some lady and some man and her two kids, and they like literally like loved us. Yeah, but my older sister said like because my little sister she was born with like a bunch of drugs in her system. So like she was really like a crybaby. She just was always nagging. So the lady couldn't take care of her. So she was gonna give her to her daughter, which lived like 2 blocks away from us. We always were with her. But my older sister was like, no, if we're gonna separate, if we all have to stay together, we can't like separate. So they were like, well, I can't work and take care of Paula. She's too much. So we ended up moving to Pomona, and that's where it just even went worse.
And this is to a different foster home.
Hmm. Yeah, I was like, at that time, I was barely gonna be 5 years old. It was 2 weeks before my fifth birthday when I got to that foster home. Sorry. I don't know if it's because like something that just stood in my head like that day. Like I remember it was a Friday. I remember we got there. I remember my foster mom. I remember I was kind of scared of her because she looked like a boy. She had like really short hair, and I didn't really want to get off the car with my social worker, so I was all hiding behind my sisters. And I trip out because I remember everything about that day. I remember saying, "Is there a dad? Does a dad live here?" And what? I didn't know Spanish, so like I didn't understand the lady, but I didn't see no man there. Like it was just her that Friday. But I guess her husband and her daughter, they were out on like they danced horses, so they were like they were somewhere like showing off their horses. So they went there that weekend that we first got there. So it was good. Like I wasn't scared. It was just that lady. But then on Monday when the daughter and the husband come back, like it was literally 2 weeks before my fifth birthday when he got there that day, and it was just like he was just a fucking weird man. A lot of things happen. At 5, like
How long were you in this foster home?
till I ran away when I was 14.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the abuse that was going on this entire time you were here, or you were in that foster home.
Yep. Yep.
Now,
And I didn't say anything to anybody because he knew what meant the world to me. Was my sisters. So I'm a little kid, and he's telling me like, if you tell anybody, nobody's gonna believe you. And they're gonna take you away only from your sisters. You're not gonna see your sisters no more. So I just stood quiet. I never said anything like ever, right? And it wasn't like, oh, it was only a couple times. No, no, no. This was like all the time, and like all the time. And mind you, like me being little, I didn't know that it was wrong. I guess like I knew it was wrong, but I didn't know really that it was wrong because that was like a daily thing. Like it was like I remember I used to hate my sister, my little sister Paula. I used to hate her because like he would tell her, "Oh, don't come home until the like how the street lights.
mhm.
That's when it's getting dark. When the street lights come off, you better get home. And that's when my foster mom would be pulling up from like work and shit. Like she'll be getting home from work. So all that time, Paula never came. Like she never came to check. Oh, why can't my sister go outside and play? Like I had to stay in the house. Like it was just for her not to be there. So like one thing I knew that he would get her. Okay, in the nighttime, I'm older than my sister. So I used to be scared of the dark. Like I hated like white in the closet or the closet doors open. I used to be scared. So I would get up and I would pick up my little sister and put her in my bed because I knew every night if I did that, my foster dad wouldn't do anything to me. But the next day, Paula would be in trouble. Like oh, okay, you slept in your bed. That's it. You're not gonna go nowhere for like the weekend or whatever. So she was always on timeout, like stuck in a room. But that benefited him too, because while she's stuck in the room, scared coming out, like I was out of the room. So she like at the moment I thought nobody knew, because I didn't say nothing. But I guess when I started getting older, like I was really numb. Like I didn't have no feelings. Like I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about nothing at all. Like I just cared about being there with my sisters, and that's it. Don't let nothing happen to my little sister or my older sister because I would hurt somebody for them. And we've always been that tight. Like we've always been that close with each other. So like I wasn't gonna let nothing happen to them, and they weren't gonna let nothing happen to me. But they didn't know either. You know. So I always said, if I were to say anything and they would move me, who would be next? Paula, because he's not gonna do that to Maribel. Like he's gonna do that to Paula because she's littler. So then I say, why me? Now I think, why me? Because I wouldn't say nothing from. I wouldn't if he told me that they were gonna move me away from them. I'm not gonna say shit
Hmm.
because then I wouldn't be there with them. So like I took it. I took it. And I always say like now that I'm older, I always say, fucking Did I let him affect my life, And yeah, he has. I didn't think so before. I didn't want to admit it, but like he has. Like I think I'm barely getting over it. And I'm 40. Like I'm 40 years old and I'm barely getting over it. And I think everybody just failed me when I was little, I guess, Cuz
It sounds that way.
yeah, like how could you're a kid now that I'm grown and I see things like how did you not know or how did you guys not question? Like you see a little kid that's not a little kid. A normal little kid is a kid that's out there playing, laughing with their parents, that's normal. When you see a kid just in the corner like with his head down, not trying to communicate with people, like that's not that's not normal and you should check. Like how are you gonna go to a house and what if there's no mess? Like it has to be a mess. There's kids. I know my sister's house or my house when with my kids,
Hmm.
you can never keep anything clean, but that's normal,
Hmm.
When you get to a house and everything's in order, like what the hell? That's weird. You know what I mean? Like that's not normal. Check.
Makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Or it should.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the system is so like well, now that you're an adult, the system is even more fucked up to you because now you're like literally like if you were a foster kid, you really did get looked down on. Oh, this kid's bad. She's not gonna become nothing. Why? Because look at her. Her parents didn't want her. You know what I
Even
mean?
their parents didn't
Yeah.
want
So like that affects a lot of people, and you just start hating the system. Like you hate like you don't believe if you can't believe they make you want to believe in them, but they're the ones that they don't care. They go home at night. You're leaving this kid with these people that they don't even know. You took them from their parents that supposedly were bad, and you put us like to other people that we don't know that are bad. You know, like that's not that's not right. And they get paid. They get paid
them.
to do their job.
From your experience, do you think the majority of foster parents, at least back then, were doing it
Yeah,
for the money?
yeah, or because they were sick. Because sometimes it's not even for the money. Like I think what I went through was like nothing compared to what others have been through. So like every story is different, but like I feel like we're never helped with that situation. They don't help you, like they just move you right along, until you're 18 and boom, they kick you out and you're out on the streets because you don't have anybody. You know what I mean? If you were in a placement and you never got back with your parents, that's hard because you're gonna be 18, and if you're a fuck up because of everything you've been through, you're just thrown out there. You
They
know?
call it aging out of the system, right?
Yep, 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 yep.
So, um, did your sisters experience any of the similar abuse that you did, or were you the?
Me and my little sister. My little sister didn't get touched or anything like that, but we used to get beat like really bad when we were smaller, really small. I remember one time, my sister, because I said she was born with a lot of. My mom did crack, so that's what was in her system. So she was very like she fought her sleep, she cried a lot, like she was just bad. And my foster mom, like I remember she was like a white lady, like fake. You could tell she was. We went to church. I hate church. I'm sorry, but I hate church. Why do I hate church? Because everywhere I went was let's go to church. And Catholic, Christian, all of them. Oh, let's go to church. Oh, we would go to church and everybody loved. Oh my gosh, they're so look at how many kids they got. They've taken in so many kids. They're just great people. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. That's no. And then as soon as we get home, what happened at church?
Hmm.
What happened at church? Oh, but the parties for the church. Oh, it was just that I can't stand church. I'm sorry. Like to me, church is not good. I don't like it. to each his own, but to me it's like each and every house I went to, except the house that I really, really liked, her name was Stella and Joy Sumran. They lived in Long Beach. Awesome. Awesome people. Like, I love you guys. Because out of 100 foster parents, I'm going to tell you maybe like three of them or four are good. Honestly. Honestly. Because especially shame on you when you have like a family member that would even break my heart even more. Your own blood is taking you in and treating you the way they treat. Oh no, because it's bad. Like, it's a paycheck. It's a paycheck. The government is helping these people that honestly don't want us. They don't care about us. If they only knew what a lot of us go through, it's sad. You know, you have your own kids, and honestly, I don't really like the fact that if you have kids and you go and get foster kids, to me, I don't like that idea because you have kids. So your kids, it doesn't matter if you're a great mom, if you're a good dad, your kids could come out very mean or whatever and say mean things or even do mean things, to that's not my brother, that's not my sister, and get away with it. And I think you have to really like, if you can't have kids, you can't have kids because you just can't have kids. Those were ones my first options. Why? Because most of them probably would love a baby, they can't have one. But people that can, I don't know. I don't really think I think it's for the money.
Right.
Easy money. You could quit your job and become a parent. That's
I
no.
would definitely say that the foster homes I was in, when they did have their own biological children or child, it was very clear. Like, you just felt it, and
Yeah.
I don't, not even saying that that's terrible of them, but it's just natural, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
you're saying, like, it, as the foster kid there, I could tell that, we just weren't looked at the same as their.
This is my
biological
toys.
kids.
Don't touch it.
Right.
These are mine. This is okay. I don't want nobody touching so and so's food. Like, I hate that. That's one thing I'm gonna say. Like, it's ugly. It's so, how you're gonna treat a kid who is like little, like that. They're like harmless. Like, they're like, you're supposed to protect them. Like, and you could treat them like that. And I don't know. I don't know. That's just not. I don't understand it. Because food or I guarantee you, if you were to go outside and go to like the homeless cabins and ask them, "Were you ever in the system?" I guarantee you, all of them was gonna say, they're gonna either say yeah, or their mom and their dad just abandoned them. But they're not like that because, oh, they had a great life. Maybe some of them. I'm not saying like not all of them are, but like I think like most of them are like that because they don't have someone to help them. You need stability. You need to be able to have that mom or that dad. Oh, you know what? I can't do this right now. I need your help. Is it cool if I stay here for a while until I get on my feet? When you're a foster kid and they just throw you out there in the streets like that, you don't have that opportunity. You literally are going to struggle, and you're not going to. Half the time, you ain't going to win. Why? Because you get tired of the doors getting shut in your face because you have no type of anything. You know what I mean? Like, well, how's your school? Well, half of them didn't even graduate because I know I didn't. I dropped out at 10th grade. 10th grade. And that's sad. Like, that's so sad because now as an adult, it's like, oh, you don't have your high school diploma? No, I don't. I suck in math. I can't tell. I don't even think I'll pass it because I suck. You know what I mean? But why though? Because I didn't have that person to get here and say, get up, go to school now. But like, I didn't have none of that. It was just, okay, sign your money here for your clothing allowance and make sure you're here when your social worker's here. And they're going to fucking Hawaii trips while you're staying at the, what do you call that? When it's a rest bed. I think they put you in a rest bed because you're going to Hawaii and, well, we can't take you, so we're gonna put you in this foster home right here for 2 weeks until we come back, type shit. That's sad.
I never hung out anywhere long enough to figure that out.
Yeah.
I was getting shuffled around a lot.
Yeah.
So you say you were in the system until you were 14.
Well, I was until I was 18.
Okay.
But I ran away from that foster home when I was 14. And yeah, after that, I just didn't care. I didn't go to school. I ran away from a bunch of foster homes. I would just make sure, like, if my sister, because my little, okay, because my older sister, she emancipated at the age of 16. So she moved when she was 16 from the foster home that we were in. She moved out, like, so she never really came to the house. So it was just me and my little sister. So me and my little sister, when we would move to another foster home, I would make sure like I felt like it was okay, that foster home was cool. And if I felt comfortable enough, then I would run away and I would bounce. But if I didn't, then we're gonna go together. So that's how but I was never like in a foster home like a house, like with my parents or acting like they were I can honestly tell you I never was able to call any of them mom. It was only a nickname. By their name or mama or some other, but mom, I could never, nobody's ever told us to call them that. Like that's sad. That's really sad. Mm.
So when you're running away, what are you doing? Hitting the streets, hanging out,
Yep.
wrong crowd?
I don't consider it wrong crowd, but I guess it's not the right crowd. But then again, I don't know what's, to me, it was at that age, at that time, to me, that was, I love them, like they helped me, that crowd.
Did you hang out in a specific neighborhood that you would say ended up being a place that you would call
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
your
That's
home?
yeah,
So
for sure.
you are tied to a specific community that you
Yeah.
call your home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have like, everywhere I go is like my home. Like, I'm like, I do pretty good, like with people, like if you respect me, I'm gonna respect you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but I did grow up with a certain group that was like my people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love them. Like we did a bunch of fucking stuff, but I would never change it, that part, because they helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they took me out of an ugly, ugly place.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I experienced a lot of other stuff, like losing a friend at 13, 11, 12, that's hard, or
Is that something you can tell me more about?
I had a lot of friends that passed away when we were young, like because it was very hectic out there at that time. So
Give me a time frame. Are we talking
like
90?
1995,
Okay, mid 90s.
no later than, well, for me it was 1995, like 2003.
Mm-hmm.
That was because then after that I had a baby. So
Those were different times, right?
yeah, way different.
So your friends that you lost, most of them, I'm guessing, to violence in
Mm-hmm.
the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Is that anything that you've witnessed just being in the streets at times?
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
you can talk about?
It's sad when you are so young, and you see someone actually like right here dying, or like you have to see someone that you love with that sheet over them, knowing that they're not going to come back. That's hard, like, yeah. But I'm glad I met each and every one of them, because they really did help when I lived at my foster home, like they helped. And I knew if I would have told them, they would have done something too. But like, I was just always like, if you tell, you're not going to see your sisters no more, like, yeah.
So is this something that you've never really talked about? At least no,
No.
You've never made any type of complaints or
No.
never.
Mm-mm. Oh, but no, I've never made no. Oh, no, 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 no. When I took it from there, when I ran away from there, and then I finally came back because my sister she was gonna get moved to another foster home, so I came with her. The Pomona PD went and fucking picked me up to talk about my foster dad.
Really?
So yeah, because his sister, which was my aunt, but it was really just my foster aunt, but I love her too. She called the cops and told them what was going on.
Really?
And more. It turns out way more sick shit that he would do, not, it was me. I wasn't like the only one. Oh no. Like this goes. So yeah, my aunt was the one that told. And then,
good for her.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
God for her.
Yep. I love her. And that's her brother,
Mm-hmm.
They never got him though.
Really?
Yeah. He knew the day I ran away that I was gonna say something. So he left.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so to this day, he's never seen
No,
any type of
no.
justice for that.
Well, yeah, because my aunt tells me that because he lives with her mom in Mexico.
Okay.
So like she tells me that when she goes visits her mom, well, I think she probably already passed away, but when she used to, he was really, really, really sick, like bedbound type, like pain type shit. Like he was going through it. But yeah, I think that's his
Mm-hmm.
punishment, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever else comes after that, because
Mm-hmm.
he knows what he did, like he knows that he was wrong and all of in anyway, like yeah. But I didn't talk about it like that because it's like I felt like when I did, it was like, oh, like yeah, she's still thinking about me, or like it still affects her. Like I just didn't want him to ever win, like I did, but he did because I am. I might say, oh no, like I'm over it, or like like it didn't do nothing to me, like I'm good, like like I got past it, but no, that's not true, like I'm barely getting over it, barely, barely, barely. Yep. But I can honestly say like I know that it wasn't my fault. I hadn't it. You're a kid, like you shouldn't be going through stuff like that as a kid. Period. So like I'm barely being able to like not. I don't know. I just don't let him get to me as much as I used to. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, coming out of the system, um, it sounds like, and I would imagine that you carrying some issues, probably an angry kid. What was life as you age out of the foster system?
I thought honestly when I was younger, I used to say, "Dang, I can't wait till I turn 18 because I'm gonna be an adult," and only I can make myself happy. Like I won't have to let other people like make me sad. Or it's I'm gonna be an adult. It's about me now. I don't have to listen to nobody, you know. But when you're 18, you're thinking, "Oh, yeah, I can't wait till I turn 18 so I could be happy," but you're not gonna be happy, because now that's where hello, did you graduate high school? No. Like so all these closed doors, because of certain things that you should have done as a child, like and then once again, like who's gonna help me? Like I don't have parents. I can't go to my aunts, my uncles, or nothing like that, So what do I do? Well, you better do something because if not, you're gonna be out there. Mm-mm. So I took care of myself. I did a lot of things to take care of myself. I didn't depend on really anybody because you can't, especially in the system. You don't really believe in anybody because every time they tell you something, okay, what happens? They move you to the other house. You're barely getting comfortable. Boom. So you can never like believe anybody. And then now that you're out of the system, well, you only know that. So like, my thing is always like, if I don't know, if most of my friends I've known for a very long time. I don't have like new friends. They're just like people that I talk to or say hi. Those are not my friends. Like Sabrina's my friend. I've known her forever. She knows.
Well, that really speaks for you as a person because
Yeah.
long relationships are a sign,
Yeah.
that speaks of who you are.
Yeah.
Um, so you turn 18. What do you start doing as a
Well,
person?
I got pregnant.
Early,
Yeah.
18 or before
I was
18?
like about to be, I was like 17 and a half when I got pregnant.
Okay,
Yeah. But that's a whole, I don't really talk about that issue because he's the father of my kids, and that's his family and I'm cool on it. I don't want to say nothing to
that's okay.
offend them or whatever the hell because I probably can. But yeah, I got pregnant. I had kids. I have 4 kids, but they're bigger now, So like they do their thing and I do mine. But it's still okay. It's still hard, Like you're still like I wish I could be where I thought I would have been when I was young, like where you should be, like have your own house, pay your own mortgage, maybe have a job, maybe yeah, the right way or whatever. But I'm getting there, you know.
So during your early adult life, coming out of the foster care system, not having anybody to turn to, at some point you end up getting in some type of trouble because I know you've been to LA County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
And did you also say you've also been to San Bernardino County Jail?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first time you went to county jail and
Yeah,
which one it was?
it was LA County.
Can you tell us, walk us through that? What
Oh
happened? What
man,
put you there?
this
What do you
is
remember
this
about
is
it?
where I could say I'm very anti-guns. I don't like guns at all. Okay. Well, why do I get busted with a gun? My first time ever going to jail. They charged me with possession of a loaded firearm, taking it into the courthouse.
Into the courthouse.
Well, I didn't take it into the courthouse, but that's what they charged me with because they were the okay. They found the gun. No, they didn't find the gun. They had us all right there. They gave us, oh, what's your guys' name? Whatever the hell. We gave them our name. It just so happened I had a warrant. Mind you, I've never been busted before. I've never done anything like a warrant. You guys are tripping. But before they said that, or they even came in, I had seen my one of my friends put the gun down on the table. Like, what the fuck? They're gonna come in, they're gonna see it. My other friend's gonna get blamed for it. So my stupid ass was like, I grabbed it, put it in my pants, I put my hoodie on, and then I just sat down. They're not gonna do anything to us, like. So I thought.
Not thinking they're going to search a girl, at least, probably
Okay,
too,
well
right?
they didn't search. Okay, well when they asked me for my name, once I would have gave it to them, I thought they were gonna be like, okay, cool, you don't have nothing, and then that's would have been that. But my sister used my name one time
Mm.
when she got pulled over, so I had a warrant. So that gave them, okay, well, you have a warrant for yourself. I was like, what the fuck? No, I don't. Like, yeah, you do. So it was like a rookie cop. So instead of, okay, once he started like searching me, I was like, hey, you're not even supposed to be searching me. Like, you're not a guy. You're not a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So he got all panicked and he stopped. If he would have went a little bit more up, he would have felt it. So then, okay, I go, look, if you're gonna put me in handcuffs, can you please put him this way, not this way, because everybody outside knows me and that's embarrassing. And he did. He handcuffs me this way. So I was like, okay, fuck. Mind you, I've never been in a cop car. I don't know none of that. I didn't know that they're watching me. Like there's a camera in there. So I was thinking, okay, fuck it. They're gonna put me in the back seat. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna leave it there. Fuck no. Put me in the front seat with them. So now we're in the front seat, and he's just chopping it up, telling me some dumb shit. And we get to the station, and he gets off. The other cop that was right there too, he gets off. Mind you, he searched me. So the other cop goes, Mr. Tago, like, what's going on? He's like, I don't want to go through that door. He's like, what do you mean you don't want to go through that door? And I was like, I don't want to go through that door. Like, once I go through that door, like, I knew that it was going to be like a metal detector or something. So I've seen cops before. So I thought, fuck, they're going to beat my ass. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not going through the door. So he's like, how much drugs do you have? I was like, I don't have drugs. He's like, what you got? He's like, oh my gosh, you got a gun. He was like, what? And I was like, he's like, oh, is it inside you? Do we need? I was like, no, just above my pants and it'll fall in your hand. Like, come on now. So that happens. And I just remember them yelling at the other cop. Like, there was one in the trigger. I didn't know that though. I just knew it was there and I just wrapped it up and put it in my pants. I didn't know that it was ready to go. So they were like, yeah, like, she could have killed you. Never again did I ever see that cop ever again. But they were trying to give me 6 years for that. My first time ever.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
No, at the time, at this time.
How old was I? I think I was like 24.
So you're 24.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking into LA County Jail for the first time. Young lady being charged with a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
What is LA County Jail like? What do you remember?
Well, since I grew up the way I grew up, to me it was like what it was like normal. But you see a lot of things, like they section you off with the crazies and this and that, and you get all types of different girls in your dorm and your bunkie, and it's just they make good food there if you have commissary and you know how to cook, or you have a friend that cooks good. That I could tell you is good. Wow, they surprised me. Shit.
Now, are girls gangbanging on that side,
If
or
they do, it's not. I don't consider it that. I just consider it girls being girls, and they don't like each other, so they beat each other up.
is it racially segregated,
Yeah,
like on the male side?
yeah.
Yeah.
because I figured like they know like that's what it is, but not like the guy side. The guy side, it's like they're different from us. Yeah. If we try to be it, it's not gonna work.
What type of wild stuff is going on that side though, on the female side?
Everything, everything. I was shocked when I was in. I was like, what the fuck? How the hell did you get that? How the hell? It's just weird. It's yeah. They're very smart people that have been in there for like a long time, have all the time in the world to actually do something. And I don't know how they put makeup on. I don't know how they do their hair. Like they do the curls with like toilet paper. It comes out so pretty, so pretty. They
Yeah,
do their makeup with like magazines, the color of the magazines. That's how they do their eyeshadow and shit. Coffee with I don't know what toothpaste for the mascara. I'm like, okay,
it's amazing how resourceful people are when they're incarcerated.
yeah, but it's because maybe those are the ones I want to change. But if not, you're gonna just be, oh, I'm just here to burn out and hurry up and go back out there and do the same thing over and over again. Like people that are like that, they just. But people that want to change because they've been there too many thousand times and it's getting old, they'll learn and they'll learn. I think a lot of people that are in prison are very smart, very very smart. They have nothing but acid. Read books,
Hmm.
learn, study, do something. Just don't sit there and let the system beat you. Like fuck that. Do something. I see a lot of people that are in there that actually have talent. They have talent.
And
Yeah,
when you say talent, different stuff, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
artistic
Yep.
talents.
Writing,
Right.
you know, um, building things like there. I think it's people might say, "Well, it's jail," or shit like that. But like, go to jail, you'll meet some really, really smart people.
Hmm.
Like it's sad that they're in there for all those years for some mistake that they made because it's a mistake eventually. I think what I trip out on how people that touch kids, people that are stick fucks watching whatever that has to do with kids, they don't punish them. They don't get punished. Like you honestly think they were checking for my foster dad? No, they were like if he just so happened to slip in the cracks and get pulled over by like a highway patrol or something, then okay, you're gonna go to jail. But were they looking for him? No, no. I think all the social workers that have a lot of fault in what happens in the system, like I think they should go to jail too because you knew.
Do you think a lot of these social workers are aware of the conditions that
Yeah.
are in these
Yes.
homes?
Yes. Yes. But mind you, okay, yes, they have a lot of cases. They have a lot of cases, but they don't care.
It's the job you took. It's a
Yep.
huge
Yep.
responsibility
Yep.
to make sure these kids are okay, but
Yep.
you took that job. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be responsible.
For each and every one of them.
I agree. So you're in LA County Jail. You're charged with possession of a firearm. What happens?
I ended up getting 2 years with half to do it in the county.
Hmm.
But they would if they would look me up, I would have a state prison term.
Yeah. So I know anything over a year is you go to prison, right? So if you're
Yeah.
sentenced to 2 years, what year was this? I forget.
2011.
Yeah, and during this time, a lot of people who were getting 2 and 3 years were staying in the county, right?
Yeah.
Even on the men's side.
Yeah.
So you actually spent an entire year
No.
in.
I got early. Well, they kicked me out early. 6 months and 2 weeks. I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're in LA County Jail on the woman's side. Is this cells or is this dorms?
Cells.
And is it Twin Towers or where?
No, it's in Linwood.
Oh, it's in Linwood.
Yeah.
So that's where all the women are housed. And is it nothing but women housed in
Yeah.
Linwood now?
Yep.
So, are people getting like tobacco and drugs and stuff
You can get
into the
everything and
county jail.
anything. Everything and anything you want, you could get it. The question is, how do they get it?
So, right, and they got it on the male side.
Mm-hmm.
They got everything over there. So that's why I'm thinking, like, forgive me for thinking that, but maybe
Yeah.
it's even easier to get it on the woman's side, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you can get anything on the men's side.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I trip out. But that's cool. You know, to me, it's like, okay.
So coming out of the system, it was drugs a part of your life? Is that
Yeah.
something that you
Yeah.
experimented with?
Mm-hmm.
And what was your thing?
Bud,
That's not a bad one.
sometimes it could be. Yeah, just weed.
Okay, well, I think we'll wrap it for now.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for sitting with us. I definitely would like to sit down with you again in the future and spend some
Sure.
more time with you.
Yep.
I'm sure the people are going to say the same thing. You'll see it in the comments. My plan for this footage is to post it on my YouTube channel, The Darker Side. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Carmen, thank you so much for
Thank you
sitting
for
with
having
us.
me.